Greetings, future scholars of America. Mr. Barfield here with another grammar video. Today we're going to be looking at the 4 different ways that you can form sentences. You can have simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, or compound complex. Let's look at what they are. A simple sentence, that's when you have one main clause, no subordinate clauses. So one subject, one predicate, that's it. It stands on its own. Don't be fooled if it's long. A simple sentence can still be really long and complicated, like this. Bobcats silently stalk their prey during the night. This just has a lot of modifiers and descriptors. The meat and potatoes, the simple subject, the simple predicate, is bobcats, simple subject, and stalk, simple predicate. There's only one. Okay? Compound sentences, that's when you have 2 or more main clauses, no subordinate clauses. The 2 or more main clauses are going to be connected one of the 3 ways that we talked about in the previous video. For example, semicolon. The rabbit ran, semicolon, the bobcat followed. Here's one simple subject, one simple predicate, one simple subject, one simple predicate. Now a complex sentence, that's when you add a main clause with a subordinate clause, or more than one subordinate clause. Some people become deforested, some areas become deforested because people need wood for fuel. Which one is the main clause and which one is the subordinate clause? If you were to chop this sentence in half right here, everything this way could stand on its own as a main clause. Some areas become deforested, but this guy over here can't stand on its own. Because people need wood for fuel, that's a subordinate clause. The simple subject being people, simple predicate being need. This has to be connected to a main clause to make sense. The subordinate clause in a complex sentence can be at the beginning of the sentence, the middle of the sentence, or the end of it, the end in this example. But if you have it at the beginning of the sentence, it needs to be separated by a comma, because people need fuel, comma. Compound complex, the Mac Daddy of them all. That's when you squish a compound sentence together with a complex sentence, and you get compound complex. That's when you have more than one main clause and at least one subordinate clause, so it can get pretty long. The example, campers need fuel for cooking, comma, but, all right? So this is connecting the 2 main clauses. Here we have our first main clause with the simple subject, campers, simple predicate, need, but they should use stoves that require no wood, okay? Now, where is the subordinate clause? I'll give you a second to think about it. Make your own guess at home. It's like Dora the Explorer. Do you think you have it? If you said that require no wood, you would be correct. That's the subordinate clause. The other main clause is just they should use stoves. They being the simple subject, should use being the simple predicate. That require no wood is a subordinate clause that modifies stoves. It gives information about the stoves. That is the subject in this subordinate clause, and require no wood is the predicate of this subordinate clause. Okay? So those are our 4 different types. Let's close things out with Easter egg alert! What was Shakespeare's shortest play? That's all for now.